Yes, you heard that correctly. We're halfway there. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to our 14-day island challenge. It is day 7. Yes, you heard that correctly. We're halfway there. Our main objective is still to decorate a fall and farm themed island in just 14 IRL days. We are allowed to time travel and also use Nintendo Online and the DLC, but no tile is to be left behind on the mainland. Plus, in the end, I would also like to have 10 villagers that actually fit the vibe of the island, and we have to hunt with at least 10 tickets for each of them. So, day 7 in a 14-day island challenge obviously sounds a little frightening, and I mean, you know, I don't know if we've done enough progress to be comfortable at this point, but you know what? Again, it's kind of the fact that the first 2 days we didn't really decorate anything, so we haven't been decorating for half of the time, you know. So I think overall, everything considered, we're doing okay. All right, before we go over what we're gonna do today, let me briefly give you an update. So here is our map. This is what it currently looks like, and we do have 10 villagers now, but 2 out of these, which are Cherry and Lionel here, still need to leave. But so our dreamy count is 8 out of 10, which is pretty good. And then, you know, the map seems to be pretty built up already, but I'll kind of give you a small little tour. And there you'll see that there is still a lot of very, very open tiles. All right, let me go to the entrance. So here is our entrance. This is the large pumpkin patch. We've got Hazel living here, and then it continues over to the side pretty much until the middle of resident services. So basically this just leads to this bridge, or double bridge moment with Hazel running around, really cute. We've got a little bit of filler, a little stall on the side there, and then this little wheat farm. Moving up this incline brings us to Nook's Cranny, which we turn into somewhat of a tiny little box score build, which, by the way, some of the comments reach me, because I do this with a few days in between just so I can get the editing done, etc. Some of the comments, with ideas for specific areas, reach me a little bit too late, and then the area is already built up. So I hope that you're still enjoying the way that this is turning out, even if I can't take ideas and recommendations for everything, unfortunately. But we might incorporate some more I don't know, a market, a little fun activity over to the left. We still have a lot of space there. Then we got a little filler forest. And then this leads into our apple specialty cafe. I guess we're just calling it that now, I'm not sure. And we do have the view of the apple orchard, which I do still very much like. So here's our apple orchard. And then down this incline is Anchovy's place. He currently just has some clotheslines. I'm not sure if we're gonna maybe give him a couple of, I don't know, what do birds like? We could technically give him some type of tiny farm, but yeah. All right, here you can also go down to the apple orchard, and then we don't really know where this path is gonna lead, so let me just go back to Nook's Cranny. And then we're gonna go to the left here, which is that bridge that we saw from Hazel's place, and then going up you can either just go here to get a view of the sunken area, I guess, or this is our curved land bridge with a view of my house, which just kind of leads back here, which also hasn't really been established. So even though this all looks very built up on the map, it really unfortunately isn't. And then from resident services to the left, you can also kind of go here. We have a little bit of water to the front. And then over here to the left, we have a garden, like a flower garden, community flower garden, I guess. And then here is a little neighborhood with Flurry, Crackle, and Patty. I definitely want to try and finish the DLC today. So we could customize Flurry's house, which is good. And then this just leads over the bridge here, which is past the sunken area. And then back here, we just put our campsite, and we have a little pond there. And that's pretty much it. So the rest of this is just an empty cliff that we built up. And now we have to figure out how to fill all the space, right, Elmer? Yeah. For some reason, I feel like my brain isn't quite awake just yet, even though it's already it's already after 11. But maybe I'm gonna just start with the Happy Home Paradise, and we can get that out of the way. Oh my god, look at that. We actually have some cuties. Wow, we have some cuties today. Okay, I'll make sure that you get another little montage of us decorating all of these incredible houses, and then we'll have a party after. All right, perfect. Here we are. The 30th vacation home is done. Cheers, everyone. And here we are. Let's get this party started, I would say. This music truly goes hard. I love this. I love this a lot. And also I did get the reactions. And I will say, designing a little home for Eric made me realize that I think I really want Eric on this island. So unless we find someone else in the last 2 hunts below 10 tickets, I think one of those plots will be reserved for little Eric. Okay, and with that, you know, 30 beautiful houses and 5 absolutely breathtaking facilities later, it's time to focus on our island. We got this thing done, which is awesome. So I will meet you back on Hokkaido. And now I have to figure out what I want to work on today. It is 12:26 right now, just for orientation purposes. And since we have the home redecorating thing now, thanks to the Happy Home Paradise being finished, maybe we can start like customizing Flurry's house. I definitely would want to make Flurry's house into a kind of a similar shape, but slightly different, but also like a variation of brown, I guess. So we'll see what we can do with that. I will also redo Anchovy's house, but he just needs like a different door. But I do want to redo Sally's house, just because I don't really love the round houses. And then I'll see if I have different like wreaths, and also might add those to all the houses. Okay, option number 1 would maybe be something like this. I have both the tree branch and the mushroom wreath, which is really good. Since it is the house like right next to Crackles, I kind of don't want to use this panel siding, even though I almost prefer that. So the option for this shape would be the brick trim. And then I think like this combination of things I would kind of think is cute. Oh, I think I might prefer this though. I think this is quite cute. Now this right now is the same roof as Patty, so I kind of don't want to do that either. This is like very brown. I think this is a little bit too red. Very brown again. Also very brown. And then I guess this would maybe be a cute option, but then we're almost missing a little bit of red. Maybe like this. So like we have a red roof, kind of like Patty's, but it's a different type of roof. And then, you know, it's kind of like in some different brown shades. Let's try it and look at it tomorrow. And here is Anchovy's house, which has the brick trim that we thought about before, which I think is quite nice. We could maybe think about putting like a different roof on it. And then I definitely want to change the door. I really quite like this door, but I can't give everyone like the very same one. Maybe like this. Here is Patty's home. I basically just want to give her a wreath though, which costs me 9,000 bells, just by the way. And here is Crackle's home. I think I want to give him this welcome sign. Somewhat like this. And I think Hazel also gets one of those welcome signs. So they all should be done now, and that means that all the 5 houses that are actually where they're supposed to be on the map should now be like finalized. Well, depending on, of course, if we like it or not. Okay, so here's Crackle's little house with the welcome sign. I think that's very cute. It fits the house. Here is Flurry's house. I like it. I think I like it. Also, together with the other 2, I do believe that that fits in a lot better than her previous like white round house. So that's really cute. And then Patty just got a little mushroom wreath, which might not be the best with like her door and that one having like windows. Maybe we'll just switch the door to having like no windows at some point. We can definitely do that. Hazel's house also has a little welcome sign. I think I also quite like this one. The orange rose kind of fits like the pumpkins. I don't really like roses, but you know, I'm gonna accept it with the little sign there. And then it has a nice little contrast to like her door and everything. I think it's kind of cute. And then here is Anchovy's house, which also looks a little different now. Also kind of okay though. I was a little worried about it, but I think I like it as well. Okay, awesome. So now what do we do? So I did prepare an order like from a treasure island because I need to refill some of the flowers that I used in the farm to the front. And then I also need some wooden shop signs. And I also wanted to order a couple of the plaza items so we can maybe see how the entire fall fair thing would look. But my pockets are still pretty full with trees. And I'm like very stubborn and I don't want to put them somewhere. Like I actually just want to like incorporate them. Hello, Chloe. Hello. Are you gonna wave back? No, okay. You're mesmerized by the tree? Are you good? Are you good, honey? Ah, she good. Oh my god, and she did the double wave too. I'm melting again. Yeah, so that is not quite possible. And maybe the first thing I'll do is I'll fix this because I do want there to be a little platform. So let's do that. Please don't sit there now, Flurry, honey. This is exactly where I need to work right now. Okay, you know, just kind of like this, honestly. Like, I mean, the view is so much better here. It truly is. Oh, Flurry just sat down. Now, the question is, do I bring these planks, like, all the way up here and, like, almost make this a second little land bridge? I mean, I don't mind it, maybe. And, I mean, it looks like that on the map anyway, so let's see if we can fit in some tiny, like, some tiny small trees, maybe. Okay, let's say these are some tree spots. Let's try and snake the path around it. Okay, so this is kind of what it would be like. It's a pretty long path, but I think if we break it up with just a few trees and like maybe some items, we'll have to see whenever it comes to like an edge like this, because it might be a little awkward with there not being like anything covering this space, but it's not a tile left behind, I will say that. I literally couldn't put anything here. So technically maybe something like this. All right, I don't know how to feel about this tree being the exact same color as this one. And then generally, I don't know, this might not be like enough tree coverage. But who knows, maybe if we add some like items, etc., it'll work. And then I was just thinking we could save a little bit of space for the tree stunting and just stunt them like behind the trees and therefore kind of remove the plank there. I think it's okay though, like if the path is kind of broken up sometimes, that might be totally fine. Oh, hi Flurry. Do you like what I did here? I don't know, she doesn't seem sure, honestly. Oh, is she testing out the path? Oh my god. Wait, honey, oh no, I didn't. I was gonna say there's a hole here, but there's not. Okay, hold on. Hold on, honey, I got this. Okay, now you can walk there again. Okay, she needs to study the tree. No, that's totally understandable. Right, something like that. Okay, let me also take a look at this from just below resident services. I mean, yeah, the cliffs are a little bit bare still, but I think we could fix that with a few vines maybe. And then generally, if there's like an item or some flowers, some shrubs there, I think that could work. I'm gonna remove this vine and put a ladder there instead. Maybe we can actually put one of those iron ladder setup kits there. I don't know if it comes, let me see. It does come in like a brown, because I feel like that could be quite cute. Oh my god, she's gonna kill me. She is so freaking cute. I'm sorry if anyone is annoyed by my love for Flurry. But what can I say? I think for this land bridge though, I'm not gonna add any trees, and I'm just gonna add like shrubs and like items and flowers and some fencing, or generally like this one could also use some fencing for sure, but then I'm not gonna, yeah. I think here I really want this to just be the bridge. Okay, since this is an area that I still need to take care of in terms of like trees, etc., let's try that quickly so I can get rid of a few more of these trees, and then I want to do the Treasure Island trip. And now Flurry is here inspecting my work. Honestly, does she just want to be around me, or does she not trust me to make this island cute? Oh, she is watering the flowers, I see. You know what we need to do? We need to gift the villagers that are staying some cute watering cans. Okay, here's some more pathing, some more trees. And I also got all of the pictures. There we go. Maybe I want to do one more row of flowers, actually. Kind of like this. And then what I haven't used so far are like red windflowers, right? Okay, I planted a whole bunch of trees and then the rest I brought back to our storage. So let's now do the order bot. And with that one done, let's grab some watering cans and trees. So, with Hazel waiting for us here, I got some elephant watering cans. I decided to get the black version. The red is like inky and the yellow just didn't seem too fitting. Like, I feel like that's almost a little spring core. So I got the black version and I would say let's wrap those up and see who we can already gift. Aww, oh my god, look, Patty is visiting Sally. That is freaking adorable. I think I don't talk to my villagers enough. I can't gift anyone that I've met so far. Oh, we can gift Anchovy. Okay, perfect. Let's do that. Oh my god. Flurry is just standing here looking at the airplane trailing. Stop. That's so cute. Look at her. She's literally just standing here looking at it. Oh my god. And we can gift Flurry as well. That's perfect. Okay, so it is now almost 2 p.m. and I thought I'd like check in and we can chat briefly about what I'd like to do now. I think I'd like to tackle a little bit of the land bridge areas. That means the areas on top of the land bridge, like the bridge itself, so like this curved one, and then I guess like this tiny one here as well. I also mean the sunken area though, and my house, and I was thinking, I don't know if that's too repetitive, but my idea right now is to also do a pumpkin patch there. I will say that, you know, the pumpkin patch was like the main thing that inspired this entire island, I believe. All of you so far have also really liked the entrance, and you all were really like excited about the pumpkin patch and like all the different pumpkin display things. So I think we'll do another type of build like this by my house. Now I do think we might start with a bit of waterscaping first. So according to the little sketch that I had yesterday, I still want to like connect the waterscaping here from the left by the neighborhood to like the sunken area and basically just do like shapes in that area, and then we'll see however we connect it to other areas. Also, let's just do a little before picture of this area, and then let's try and shape this into something cute. Okay, so the left side is currently looking like this. So there's one river that doesn't end in a waterfall. It literally just ends. Hold on, I'll show you. It just ends on the cliff there because I don't want to have to like connect anything here and then like possibly have to hop over or anything like that. So I just kind of left it on the side, and then the river just kind of runs the course of like the rest of the cliff, and then I did do a bit of a connecting river stuff over there. Basically, while I was waterscaping, I just tried to keep as many of the tall weeds as I possibly could, and this is currently what it's looking like. I think that that's okay so far. The only thing I'm like a little worried about is this tiny little bit of water that I added over here because I don't quite know how to connect it to anything else. We could maybe do it like this. I actually feel like that is enough room for a tree. Why is my shovel needs to be here? So this could be a tree, I think. And then I don't know if like this can be a tree. This might be too close to the bridge, but we can definitely put one like here and then just put like a mushroom. We can curve the path like around this waterscaping, and then I think our plan for the incline was to be somewhere here. I don't know. I feel like the waterscaping I do is always kind of interesting. It always turns into like very interesting shapes, but we're gonna go with it. We don't really have time to change it anyway, so we're gonna go with it. Oh, and look who's visiting my house and checking the weeds there. I feel like, honestly, Flurry is suspicious of me. I don't know what she thinks I did or planted there. But Flurry, I swear it's normal. I swear. And now with another coffee in hand, or well, next to me, I think I might want to try the right-hand side of this, so like connecting the water from here to like the back cliff in a way, and yeah, just kind of making it look somewhat decent, I guess. Is it too symmetrical looking in real life? In real life. Great. You know what? We're gonna go with it. We're gonna go with it, and we're also gonna leave it without a bridge. And instead, we will make sure to connect like maybe this waterscaping with this river on the left here, and then have a bridge there. So it's kind of like all of this can be like a farm section. Also, we might be able to do a potential spot here to stand and look at the farm. Like if you enter photo mode, you wouldn't even see Nook's Cranny anymore. And then this could be like a big farm area already, which could look really cute. And then also I still have like this spot here, which we could just turn into like a kind of undercover viewpoint. And if that's like a farm area, that could be cute. That could be cute as heck. You know, like imagine the windmills and, oh, wind turbines. I should order some wind turbines. I don't think I have an open order right now, but we could order some wind turbines too and do a spot with those somewhere. That could be really freaking cute though. Now I just need to think about where I would want the waterscaping to go. Let me see. Okay, goal. My goal, as you can probably imagine, is to keep, oh my gosh, is to keep these weeds here, right? That's gonna be our goal. So the water would have to wrap around behind it, right? I think behind it is probably better. We should probably focus on establishing like a bridge placement first. I don't know if this is a good spot. Oh, I hate this question and this decision, but I guess once again, we'll try it. You know what? I think it's okay. If you go all the way to the right, you'll probably see a bit of the bridge. And then if you go all the way to the left, you'll also see parts of it. Oh, before and after pictures. Okay, before. Maybe this will even be cute in first person. Like, look at this. Okay, I also added a little bit more water here so that now you barely see it. But if you were to tilt it down, it just kind of looks like the water is flowing underneath the bridge, right? Like, I think that kind of calms my brain down a little bit. And now as well, like on the map, it kind of looks, oh my gosh, it kind of looks like that too, like right here. I do also quite like the view here now with the like split river. I think that's kind of cute actually with like my house there. Oh, also a heads up. Okay, so I don't know how clear I can explain this, but basically I always had a little bit of time in between recording an episode and uploading it because I wanted to make sure that I had enough time. And so up until now, that was like 2 whole days in between. So basically, I was already recording day number 4, the day that day number 1 went up. Does that make sense? So basically, our challenge started on Monday, but I already started playing on Friday. And now my plan would be to reduce that until the end of the challenge. So for the last episode, I basically wanted to be that I just play it the day prior. So the challenge will end on a Sunday, and I want to make sure that I play that day on Saturday. Does that make sense? I'm not quite sure. But long story short, what I'm just trying to say is that I will be taking a break from playing tomorrow and just kind of take tomorrow to edit this episode right now, but also to take a little bit of a break, maybe run some more errands, etc., etc. And that way, today I can pretty much play for as long as I want without having to worry about like editing. basically that is everything that I needed or wanted to tell you. And also, I guess, as a bit of an explanation why sometimes I react to things a little bit later than maybe would normally be the case. Okay, boring stuff out of the way though. I don't know why I'm running around now. Oh, look at that. There's a lost item. I'm gonna pick that up, but I'm not gonna give it back. And then we're gonna use it to decorate with because I quite like the colors for fall. And then I think we have a campsite visitor, but I didn't. Oh yeah, we do. I didn't pay too much attention, I will say. Okay, fingers crossed. Let's see who this is. Oh, it's Butch. Really freaking cute. And technically could also fit. I mean, I guess his shirt wouldn't really fit 100%, but he would fit. But I did just have him on Verdant. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get him, but very, very cute campsite visitor, I will say. Okay, yes, I like it. Now I will definitely have to do something about the area in the back because I will have to say that the edge with the trees is slightly weirding me out a little bit, but you know, but I think as far as the bridge goes, this is actually quite cute. I did already incorporate it into the waterscaping. Now we would just have to do the pathing and, oh, I quite like how it looks here as well. Like the way that you just run past the orchard and you already see the bridge. That's really cute. We could like split the path here as well, and like one side of course goes onto the farm, which is kind of like a one-way, although you can hop over to my house and then I guess go up the ladder, etc. But the other direction would just kind of maybe go behind the orchard. And then I think we should do another villager area probably. Okay, and now I want to, I think, decorate around my house. I was gonna, of course, do the land bridge, but I do feel like I want to focus on my house right now, so let's do that. So something like this, I think. Now, I have planted 2 trees directly in front of tall grown weeds, which I will probably remove now because it doesn't really make sense to keep them there, which is a little bit sad, but also totally fine. And also that way, you know, we can push like a pumpkin or like half a tile here. So I guess it all just kind of works out in the end. Okay, and next up, let's figure out some pathing for this one. See, I'm kind of glad we didn't connect it with the bridge here, because then I don't have to figure out another path leading towards this, which is good. All right, maybe just like this, 3 patches of dirt, and then these 2 planks kind of connecting it to the ladder. And I think the main thing we're gonna use here, and we're mostly gonna do this just like the entrance. Most of what we're gonna spread around here are going to be pumpkins. And then there might just be like a few farmy things or like a few of the pumpkin items that we put in. Okay, so maybe just like 2 display things kind of like this, just like in front here, and then just some stuff in front of my house because I can't really plant anything there either way, I think. And now I'm gonna grab like my favorite flowers and just spread those around, like just a few in between, and the rest is gonna be filled with pumpkins. Definitely an orange pansy. Maybe I can even like spread around 2 because this is pretty much, I think, my favorite flower. The only sad thing is that usually I don't like decorate in this type of color scheme, so I can never use it. I quite like the dark tulip. I like the orange one too, but I guess since we're gonna have a ton of pumpkins, it probably makes more sense to spread around like red and black flowers. I do really like the dark cosmos too. I like the red too, but I would prefer the dark ones, but we'll have to see which we spread around. I definitely want to grab a red mum and then just ran through a yellow one too. Great. I think I also want to grab a red windflower just because they're quite like attention grabbing. Okay, just for like setup purposes, I think we should also do another like pumpkin display just in front of this tree here. Maybe just like this. I'm not quite sure. I feel like I can get that like back part to look just right, but I believe if we incorporate like more pumpkins around it, that might look nicer. Okay, here we go, I would say. So everything is pretty much covered in pumpkins. I try to like arrange them nicely so we've got a few different colors going on, although in the back right there, I might add like a bit of yellow instead. We do still have like 2 plants that need to grow in, and I will say I'm not really happy with the red mum over here. I'm gonna try like the windflower that I still got in my pockets in a second, and if not, I'm gonna have to figure out something else. I do believe that's a little bit better because there's just something else going on in the middle, you know? But yeah, apart from that, I think that's gonna be the decorations around my house. So we've got another little pumpkin patch going on. And now I desperately need a break. Do you sometimes have the same, like whenever I get like really, really focused on decorating and then also like really hell-bent on finishing an area, I focus so much that I get like slightly gonna sound weird. I get like slightly dizzy and I start like breaking out in sweats. Yeah, that's happening right now. So I should really take a break from this. I do think we already did some decent stuff, and I believe I'll continue working a little bit, maybe on the land bridge part here, or also the area by the flower garden by resident services, just like some fillers, which I'll do off video, but I will check back in with you later to show you kind of what's been happening. Why, hello there. It is a little bit later and I thought I'd check in and show you what I've done, which wasn't much because I mainly had some food. Oh, hi, Sally. Oh, she's glitching against the gazebo. Oh, that's great. Yeah, so I haven't really done much. I was working a little bit on the land bridge though, like I said earlier, but it's going relatively slow just because like it's you know, it's those like awkward filler items kind of, but I put some more trees here because I thought that would kind of make this I don't know, a little bit more charming, and then we could maybe add like a big mushroom over here. And then here are some of the things. I also planted like some shrubs, but they haven't like grown in. And then this sign I think is supposed to say campsite instead of my house. I mean, technically it also is my house, but I might want to say campsite just because I believe on this one we already said house. So yeah. Yeah, so I planted some flowers. We have a little ducky friend, the first duck friend on the island, so very important. And then, you know, obviously with like my house in the background, I tried not to block the view too much. Some more wheat fields, and then I added a bunch of this country fencing just because I thought it was quite cute. And I was planting some trees back there, it seems. And then the same thing kind of to the side here. I incorporated a few of those fencing pieces, and then I just put a couple of things on here. I think that's quite okay. I think that is okay. So that is most of what I did. I don't think I worked on anything else. It is almost 10 p.m. I'm not going to bed just yet, but I'm probably gonna hop onto the sofa again in a little bit and watch like a movie or some more Downton Abbey with my friend. And so I thought, because tomorrow I will personally take a day off of decorating, but there will be an episode, like there will be an episode daily. It's just, like I said earlier, to sync up like the playing with the uploading a little bit more, so I'm not as far ahead as I currently am. That's pretty much the main reason. But so I thought, why not make a little bit more like nice progress before I take a little bit of a breather and work a little bit on the farm layout. So basically, this could be kind of similar to the farm that I did on I think I had one on offline kind of like that, and I also had one on Equilibrio kind of like that, which is basically just a bunch of different shapes of in-game pathing with like the same type of produce on it. I think I'm going to start by marking a spot for some windmills maybe. I would want there to be like one right ahead and then maybe one to the very left. So maybe one could go like here. And maybe the other one could go here to the side. I want to keep the tall weeds, like the back of this farm is going to be mostly like, I guess, overgrown, if you want to call it that. Okay, so maybe somewhat like this, depending on like the angle that you have and what direction you tilt the camera into, you'll either see one of them or two of them. Maybe that could be kind of the way that it looks. And technically, we could also have maybe another one of those windmills somewhere here to the front. I don't know what that would look like coming from the orchard though. No, I don't like that much, I think. And then maybe we should move this one further back here. I mean, we can pluck these like small weeds for sure. Okay, admittedly, I think I like the framing of this a little bit better. Okay, so now let's figure out the layout. So there are 5 different crops to work in, so we need at least 5 different like setups, but we could do many more and also use like mushrooms or something maybe. I'd like to have, I think, one patch of dirt path here, and then maybe we can switch to planks just kind of in between the little farms. So I want to start with the first one like up here. And we can always like leave a little bit of space for some fencing, etc. as well. I feel like that'll make it a bit more like natural as well, a bit more normal looking almost. I am gonna remove some of these weeds because I just want to fit farms instead, but we can always return some of them if we don't like it, of course. Okay, I'm gonna just grab a plank code. This is not the one we're gonna use for all of this, of course. I do just want to make sure that we can like wrap around everything. I'm really making like the most random shapes and I'm just trying to not have them match up with each other, right? So they don't have like the same length or they have like a slight variation. So none of the ones that are like directly next to each other look the same. I often feel like when you're trying to do like a natural island theme, repetition is like kind of an enemy, which sounds like very dramatic. Oh my god, no, that was wrong. It sounds very dramatic and everything, but it's just as soon as you repeat something for too often, it just kind of becomes like more of a town, like symmetrical theme. So I guess that would be one of the things I would recommend. Okay, I don't know if I brought it too far out to the side or if this like tells you to like hop over or something, which I mean you can do, but you don't have to. But this is like the very, I don't know, eclectic kind of messy farm layout that I was kind of thinking about. I'm not sure like about the edges, so like where the in-game path kind of meets the nine-tail pathing here, or also like when I pulled it all the way to the edge kind of, I don't know, on the sides. But I think this is kind of the layout that I would go with for now. Of course, there's going to be some like fencing. I think around the edges there's going to be some flowers, etc. as well. I kind of think this could work out though. It's it's interesting and I do want to look at it on the map. I also want to take a before picture. And then maybe let's take one down here too, because obviously this could also be a spot where you take a picture with the frickin' balloon. Are you kidding me? I wish this was already decorated, then the balloon would look even better. That is actually cute. It's kind of flying up. Let's wait for it to be on the right-hand side of the windmill. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm not mad at this. And I believe with this, I will say goodbye for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm actually really happy with our progress today. Oh my god, the farm looks hilarious on the map. Hold on. No, you know what though? It looks like a farm. It looks kind of like a farm course, so that's really okay. And now I might just work on figuring out like what type of produce goes where. And I'll show you that in tomorrow's episode. But for now, thank you all so much for watching today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you did. And also, of course, subscribe so you don't miss the following progress as well. We're halfway done now. This is day 7 out of 14 completed. And I think we're doing okay so far. I have a little bit of panic here and there, but I think we're doing okay so far. All right, I'll see you in the next episode. And until then, have an awesome, awesome time. Bye, everyone.